Bro. Matt Riddle was on After the Bell this week with Corey Graves. Matt and Corey talked about Riddle's time in the UFC, coming over to the WWE, his tag team with Randy Orton, and his current feud with Seth Rollins. And it was in this part of the conversation where Corey asked Riddle about bringing in the realism, bringing in the real life stuff, the stuff about Riddle's wife and his kids. And this is what Matt Riddle had to say, his real life beef with Seth Rollins. Check out this clip.
Seth's an amazing opponent, and I'll be honest, this is good for both of us because I don't think neither one of us like each other that much and never have.
Right. I've brought that up. You know all the details, obviously. I didn't want to speak out of turn, but that was a pretty well-publicized issue when you first arrived. Was it on Raw or in WWE as a whole? You guys didn't get along too well.
Didn't get along too well. He wasn't a fan of me, and I say this, I wasn't not a fan of his, but somebody close to me at the time made some comments, this, that, and the other thing, and Seth wouldn't talk to me. Seth wouldn't look at me. He wouldn't talk to me. He wasn't going to have anything to do with me, and eventually, kind of like Brock and everybody else, you don't have a choice. I'm here. I'm going to keep working hard. Eventually, you're going to have to get in the ring with me, and we're going to have to do business. And eventually, Seth came to that conclusion. But I think he also realizes what I bring to the table, what I'm willing to do to get reactions from the crowd. Just like, when we go personal, we talk about things we probably shouldn't be talking about, but I'm like, bro, I don't care. I mean, I do pay child support. Things are rough for me. And for me, I honestly look at it as more of a therapeutic thing. Anybody that knows me knows what I'm going through. And they're like, I can't believe if he would have said that to me if I was going through that. Because everybody that's been in that spot, in that moment, can relate.
As long as you have the ability to keep things professional and you can work with each other, I think there's no problem with people that have real life heat with each other, or just maybe not heat, maybe that's not even the right word, but just don't like each other. I feel like as long as they're both professionals, you can really get a good storyline, a good angle out of pairing two people up like that. Getting them to work with each other, bringing in some of those real life issues, touching on the real life stuff. Even when it going as far as hitting home with Matt Riddle's family, his divorce from his wife, paying child support to his kids. Like, that was a big deal for Rollins to go there, but, Riddle, he's cool with it, because he says part of it's therapeutic, and I can understand that because wrestling is art. It's not real life. Seth Rollins not bringing that up to Matt Riddle the person. He's bringing it up to Matt Riddle the character. Playing off that real life stuff just makes the angle that much more believable, makes you that much more invested in the story. Look at some of the greatest. Remember the Matt Hardy and Edge feud over Lita? How fantastic was that? And those two were the utmost of professional, working with each other when they hated each other. And they were legit beefing over a girl. You ever have a guy steal your chick? Or your chick cheat on you with like a friend of yours, or just anything like that? Just imagine now having to do a fake fight for all intents and purposes, and if you watched those matches, there wasn't a lot fake about it. There were some heaters being thrown in those matches, some stiff ones. But to be able to go out there and be professional and work with each other and create that kind of magic in the ring, to bring it to the show, to put it in the ring and leave it all in the ring, and work, the competition becomes, can I outwork you? What can I get out of you in the ring? In a match, and they're going to push each other, and things are going to get physical in that fight pit thing that they're doing, Riddle said he's going to make Rollins bleed, and I know Triple H just recently said that he basically has like a no blood policy. He doesn't see any reason to do that any further, but they might just outright have a real fight. Maybe, it could be worked a little bit, but it could end up being like one of those pancrase gimmicks or something like that. I'm sure Riddle would be down for it. It would kind of depend on if that's something that Seth would be willing to do. You know what I mean? But I would expect to see some live rounds being thrown in that one, and that one to be a little bit stiff and physical. But it's interesting to hear Riddle's perspective about it and just how professional that he's being about the whole situation and his willingness to work with Seth, to work through this and bring his real life struggles into the angle on live TV. So great interview. I suggest you go check that one out as well. It's going to be After the Bell with Corey Graves and Matt fucking Riddle. Bro. Oh yeah, thanks for checking out the video. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like it if you liked it. Yeah, and you can check out full episodes each and every Sunday right here on the channel. Oh yeah, dig it.